Are you over 40 and you're hesitant to start a YouTube channel? I completely understand that. I'm 42 years and it took me years to get started on YouTube. And I'm going to tell you why you should start your YouTube channel. Firstly, it definitely gets you out of your comfort zone. Here I am filming this video and I'm nervous, anxious, all those feelings that you could possibly have because I know that people will be watching, but here I am doing it anyway. So it really does build your confidence. So, sometimes we think, okay, we are over 40 now, we've had our careers, we've done so many things, what's next for us? And sometimes we can think, oh, nothing's next. But if you are really interested in starting a YouTube channel, you should, because you learn so much along the way. You learn about editing, you learn about thumbnails, you learn about content creation, and it is definitely really fascinating. And every day I wake up and I learn about YouTube. Every day I wake up and I look, okay, at my analytics, yes. How is my video performing? How can I improve? And it keeps my mind alert. And sometimes, just learning something new is really beneficial. And there's also the money side of things, okay? You can make money through YouTube. If you are a business and you create websites for people, you can create a YouTube channel about your websites, right? About how you create websites for your clients. And this can actually help you generate more leads for your business. So YouTube can either be there as a hobby or it can be there as a business. And in this day and age, understanding the digital world is so important. I didn't grow up with YouTube, right? And understanding that, yes, you can be in this space. You don't have to be a young person. And right now, as I'm recording this, I can hear different sounds and I don't know whether you can hear that too. And that's the thing, right? We are so scared of trying new things, of experimenting, of getting out of our comfort zone. Because when you are over 40, you kind of think, okay, this is who I am, all right? You kind of put yourself in a box. But the reality is that even after 40, you can change, you can evolve, you can grow as a person, you can learn new skills. And I think for me, having a YouTube channel, being on YouTube, shows me that, the possibilities are endless. Yes, sometimes I get so frustrated by YouTube. I absolutely get frustrated because it isn't all easy. Sometimes it's really difficult. But what it also teaches me is patience. And I am such an impatient person, but it completely teaches me about patience because it shows me that this is a long game. Being on YouTube is a long game. It is a marathon and not a sprint. I grew up in South Africa. And in South Africa, we had apartheid where people who were my color and people who were black, were oppressed, right, through apartheid. We were told that we were not good enough simply because of the color of our skin. And here with YouTube, you have people of all colors sharing their stories, people of all ages sharing their stories, and being able to share your story on a platform that reaches millions of people from all over the world is just so fascinating and fabulous at the same time. So you don't know who you can connect with here on this platform. And the power of connection with others, building your own tribe, building your community is just powerful. And think about it. You are leaving a legacy, right? I don't know what my great-great-grandparents look like. I have no idea, right? But here on YouTube, your great-great-grandchildren one day have access to your videos. They'll know what you sounded like, what you looked like, etc. And that's really cool. Now, I know that you have questions for me because I had so many questions before starting YouTube. You may say, well, Kish, by the way, I'm Kish. How do I even get started? Well, use your phone. I'm using my phone at the moment. So start with what you have. You don't have to buy fancy equipment. You can film inside your home or outdoors. It's completely up to you. What should you talk about? Well, what are you really interested in talking about? What can you talk about and talk about it through like 100 videos. Don't only choose something that you can only talk about for about 5 videos. It needs to be something that you know that you can talk about forever, where you are the go-to person for what, and fill in the blank, and try to talk about that. And the thing is, experiment. Sometimes you may think, well, I'm not capable of doing a video where I'm out and about. How do you know? You haven't tried it yet. Go out of your comfort zone. You may say, but I'm going to create these videos and nobody will watch my videos. You know what? When you're first starting off on YouTube, yes, you'll hardly get any views, but slowly you will build a community. And the thing about YouTube is that people are connecting to and here I go with sound. Okay, people are connecting to the you part. So use storytelling in your videos, because people want to, yes, if you're giving information, they want to know the information, but they also want to know a bit about you. Also, to connect with your audience, try live streaming. I'm actually going to start doing live streams on my channel. And again, it's pushing myself out of my comfort zone, because sometimes we can just be complacent, right? Sometimes we can just feel like, okay, why bother trying something if I don't know the result? But the excitement also comes through from trying something new, from seeing how it actually pans out. Even if your YouTube channel isn't a success, right? At least you tried. At least you won't live with the thought of, what if I had tried that? Sometimes we have to actually action what we want to pursue. And there is such excitement in pursuing what we want. You may think, well, I don't like the way that I look. I don't feel comfortable being on camera. I completely understand that. I created a video about that. So go and watch that next. And my YouTube channel is all about YouTube, the highs and lows and everything in between. Do subscribe, comment below, and let me know where you are watching from. And by the way, this is such a short video. It looks like a quick video, but my word, it took forever. So sometimes when you see these videos and you think, oh, these people are able to create and publish videos so quickly. No, you don't know the behind the scenes. So every person's journey here on YouTube is different. Understand that as well. Have a fantastic week.